Good morning, beautiful people of the internet.
Good morning, guys.
Our internet family. How are you today? Today is too early. It's 7:30 or something, and we're going to two steps snorkeling place, and it needs to be in the morning, and it's not our time whatsoever. But we're happy to be up and almost running. Almost, you know us. It's not like the problem with here with the life in Big Island. It's that it's everything needs to be done in the morning, which is
Yeah, and snorkeling is the best in the morning. The only thing, it's very hard to get up that
yeah.
early.
So we're going to drive to this two steps
To
to
pedals
pedals
to Steps Beach.
to stop beach. Yeah, it's morning.
It's next to the place of refuge. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go.
Go, and yeah, and let's get this morning
Started.
running or
Running.
so. Yeah. Bye bye. Okay, this is going to be our lunch slash dinner. I'm not sure, it's lunch for us or dinner, I'm not sure what. This is veggie bites that we bought. Regina made a beautiful Russian tomato salad. Keurig butter with baguette that we bought, a little bit of cheese, fruits, and that's it. Very simple and very nice on this hot day dinner. We have the best sunset ever here in Konos. They have the best sunset, but I'm literally cried today in the morning.
I'm eating some more carbs. Yeah, we have a
sucks.
major drama with our cameras.
Major camera drama.
Major camera drama, like huge.
Huge. It's thanks God that we thought, or by any chance, we bought more camera that we had to. And
yeah, so basically, if you remember our Panasonic Lumix waterproof camera,
one.
the new one.
Like
no, this is the old one.
The old one. This is 5 years.
5 years.
And guess what? It's still working.
Works perfectly. But the new one that we got, you know, in case, you know, because you do a lot of footage underwater, and we said, oh, we should have one new one in case, you know, because this one 5 years old, you know. So we got the new Lumix.
And guess we brought those one for a backup.
And guess what happened? Our Lumix died. So what happened is, a few days ago, the water got a little bit, when we opened it, looked like there's a little water on the side.
Inside.
But it still turned on and stuff. I was like, oh, you know what, let's give it a chance, maybe it will dry out.
Actually.
It still worked. Let's let it dry out and see what happens. Well, today it doesn't even turn on.
So, and you have to understand, I did it by the protocol. I cleaned it, I put it in the water, like exactly. I was relative to another petal. I really read my instruction.
You have to soak it in the fresh water.
I did everything
after the salt water.
I did everything what they were expected to do with the No.
Some carbs. It makes love better. Oh. So yeah, so that's one camera that died. The other one is our big camera that we use for mukbangs to film.
And not all of them. Sometimes we use this one, but still.
Yeah, but the biggest camera with the only camera with the good zoom that we have.
That we're doing the most beautiful photos. You know, the photos that you see a lot of times in the zoom, and the panoramic ones, and one that we are using like a lot.
Yeah.
She died.
Yesterday.
Guess what?
Yesterday late in the day, and Victoria, that's why she was so sad in the evening. We're all kind of, but it's still.
I couldn't even talk yesterday, but I hoped, because she started to work a little bit, and I could take a couple of pictures, and she was okay. So I hope that by today she will work. Not a chance.
Not a chance. The zoom completely doesn't focus. Nothing. In the zoom button doesn't work. Like, it's completely out of focus. Nothing. It turns on, but that's the only thing it does. So. Yeah, it's a major problem when you fly to, you know, on vacation. You have a month to go, and your cameras are dead. So
I'm like, and let's put it this way: this is my life. I'm editing. I want the perfect shot for you guys and for ourselves and for the memories. And it's creative process, and I need, you know, this camera is for shots. This is a zoom. This is the best photos. Now we have coverage for all of those.
Yeah, we have insurance.
So if you remember, we always buy it with insurance.
Yeah, we're one of those people who definitely go and buy insurance and pay extra bucks, because you know what, you never know what's going to happen with cameras. And again, in the past we actually used it, but some of the purchases we did, we never use it. But we happily that we at least have coverage. But our coverage is in Canada, and those cameras.
So in months, I will have all of the cameras perfectly good.
Maybe not. Maybe they need to ship them to fix. Who knows?
Probably they will.
Well, at least one of them. So it really sucks. And we're like,
So by now I have only, thanks God that we thought to buy a GoPro.
yeah, GoPro definitely, at least we go into the water and feel like, you know, peace of mind that it will work.
Yeah, so by now we have GoPro without zoom. Like I can just edit the zoom when I'm editing. I can just to make it zoom. We really wanted the Lumix because of the zoom. Because in the water it's quite important to have a zoom, especially if you are, you know, pretty deep. And yeah, so we have GoPro.
And now we're almost terrified to get all the Lumix in the water.
Yeah, because
we're just paranoid now.
Yeah, so it sucks. But the water camera, at least we have GoPro, so it will be okay, the water photos. As you saw for today's videos, it was absolutely okay, and beautiful photos, and it takes photos and videos and stuff.
But can you give me water, sweetie? But it's really horrible, horrible, horrible. Like it just.
But I have no idea what to do with the main camera, like with the big camera, because I do want zoom.
We need zoom. We haven't visited even Volcano National Park yet. We need the zoom. For all the pictures, like it's insane. Major sucking.
Major
sucking. Like, come on, 2 cameras. Like, what are the odds? That's really awful.
Yeah. So, and you can tell though that our cameras are used and overused because we use a lot.
Yeah, cameras definitely use a lot, but still,
but
you know
still,
what?
It sucks.
It's kind of, you know, I said, because I was like, oh my god, we should bring another water camera, so, you know, if something happens to the old one, we have a backup. Well, the backup died.
No, it wasn't the backup, it was the main. We borrowed this one as a backup.
No, I know, but I said we can't go with this one, so we need the backup. The backup became a main one, but it died, so you know what I mean? The newer one died, like within what, less than 2 weeks into, about 2 weeks into vacation. That's kind of crazy.
Sucks.
Totally sucks. And the zoom one.
So yeah, now we need the zoom one, and
now we need to
preferably good zoom. So
now we need to see what we're going to do, because I guess we'll have to buy a new camera now in Hawaii on the Big Island. Hey. Yeah, unexpected expenses definitely sucks. But we definitely need a camera, because we can't survive going another month without decent zoom.
Zoom and decent
or
camera.
Decent, you know. Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the update of the day after such a beautiful sunset.
Yeah, we, you know, it's totally sucks. We definitely, you know, saying, you know what, we're grateful that, you know, we're good, vacation is fun, and as much as the camera situation totally stinks, you know what, at least we have coverage for it. Because can you imagine buying it without coverage and it actually dies on you? That's kind of awful.
Sucks.
At least, you know, when you go back and they either fix it or they bring you, give you a new camera, but you know you have another one. Yes, it's a necessary expense to buy a new camera now, but what do?
Yeah.
Sucks. It's going to be okay, sweetie. We'll go find another camera. I know we didn't expect that, but you know what? It's okay. Things happen in life. At least we have insurance.
True.
And
but I was almost in tears.
Yeah,
so
no.
I was like literally in tears in the morning when it didn't want, and I said, okay, maybe it will open in the evening now.
And I like, come on, the big camera with the zoom, come on. I'm like, tried before we came here. I was like,
not a chance.
No way, dead, beyond dead. The zoom is completely off. Completely off
so by the way, the best time lapse of the sunsets was on this camera because of the zoom, because of the color recognition and whatnot. So yeah,
it stinks, but I guess. But you know, we're always trying to be on a positive side and try to look at the bright side at the end of the day, and definitely God bless insurance. At least we know we're covered when we come home. Meanwhile, I guess it requires a new camera.
But maybe you can get a better one.
True. But you know, when you go on vacation, you definitely have certain budget that you want to stick to. And a new camera with another insurance is another, you know, expense you didn't plan to do, but I guess that's what we'll do, because we have no other choice.
And I think we need to do only Costco, because otherwise, to see what Costco has, because
because actually we bought something in our Best Buy, we didn't like the product, and we said, oh, I guess we can return it in
United States.
But they said no, Best Buy in United States and Canada are not connected, so whatever you buy in Best Buy Canada, you can't return in US and vice versa. I was like, OMG.
Only Costco
and
is
I think
the
the only choice we have is actually going to Costco and buying a new camera in Costco because you know Costco is Costco. So, well, at least you have Costco. You know what? Can you imagine going to the island without Costco?
Sucks. We love Costco.
I bet there's some islands when you can't even get camera.
I bet.
Or you can actually get, I don't know what you can get.
Online
So,
something.
but yeah, where do you exactly ship it? Are you kidding me? Anyway, that's the camera update. So we're kind of sad that our big camera, yeah, and the little waterproof
Died.
it's kind of like, no,
Sucks.
come on. Because you know, when you buy a camera, you read those horror stories about, you know, someone bought a waterproof camera and it died
on the second day.
on the second day of their vacation, and it couldn't, you know, missed taking all those, you know, beautiful shots underwater. And funny enough, I never read this review on our camera. Actually, it was on Olympus. That's why I really was concerned to buy a waterproof Olympus, because there are a bunch of reviews stating that, or it's not taking really good videos underwater. And I read like tons of reviews until I got dizzy, literally. So we decided to stick with our Lumix. That never gave us really problem. I think this camera went to get fixed once. Long time ago. But again, after years, it was almost like up to, because coverage usually goes for 3 years, it was almost like up to 3 years, yeah.
So anyway, we're going
So that's
home.
it's getting dark, so we're going to enjoy still the waves in here until it gets dark and go back. Yeah, so major suckiness. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening for our rant.
Hey guys, so we're back from the beach, chillaxing now. Victoria's going to edit the video. I'm going to see what's on TV. Hopefully not news related. Meh.
Yeah.
Snorkeling today was loads of fun. Loved that location. Loved it.
I think we forgot to film the outside how it looks.
Yeah, I will go back to that beach for sure, and we'll make an extensive view on how it looks. And actually, the access to this beach to go inside is a little bit more challenging. So I will definitely address that in I guess in a couple of days when we go there again or something.
Video.
In a future video, because you definitely need to know how to get in there. It's a little bit challenging because you need to remember Big Island is the baby island of all of them, sort of, say. Well, it's true, it's the youngest island. So there's a lot of lava rock, and access to the beach sometimes is challenging. So we'll address that. Definitely didn't do that. We're so excited to go in and so kind of puzzled. OMG, they really get in from here?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And don't forget to go towards your joy. Find something positive every day, like new camera in my case. Or
I do think that's the positive side of the day.
oh, sorry, no. It's not the positive side, but the positive side of the day it was the snorkeling for sure.
The snorkeling was beautiful. Oh, we should mention. We forgot to mention we've seen spinner dolphins spinning in front of us.
Yes, it was amazing. We couldn't film
I
it
guess because our
people-
Lumix obviously died on us.
So
Our
we
waterproof
don't have
camera with
enough
a zoom.
zoom?
So I don't know if you probably can
I've
see.
tried. Probably you can't see. I will try to edit it.
Let's
but,
see if we can show you the dolphins. But there were a bunch of
spinning
spinner dolphins in front of us, and we could see them going around and kind of spinning in the air. It was pretty
it was
awesome.
marvelous. But we can definitely hear them.
Yes, that was awesome. So that's a good part of the day. We didn't come across those yet.
No.
And the snorkeling was amazing. Beautiful, beautiful location. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so try to not to get too bumped by everyday life. When one of your important appliances or, cameras or something goes broke. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yes, so we're going to say bye-bye to you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
we
you
love
so
you.
much. We love you guys.
Mwah.
Bye.